What's up, guys? Quick Oklahoma City deck profile. Who do we have and what did you do?
Hey, it's AD, back on the channel, and I got top 4 at Oklahoma City Regional playing Maliss. I played a really similar deck list that I played to Orlando with like a couple of changes. I think this is like as close to the perfect deck list that I can get to right now. I really like this deck list. So, shout out my team Inspire. Shout out our sponsors, Dueling Guard, Card Haven, and the Tenfold. Card Haven, we're filming inside of right now. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and shout out for cards. Shout out John for lending me 3 Metal Tronus that I needed. I forgot to shout him out in the Orlando deck profile, and I feel really bad about it. So, shouting him out right now. And then, yep, that's it. Let's just get right into it. Monsters, 3 Dormouse, 3 Rabbit, 2 Chessie. This didn't change. So I still think this is correct if you're playing like these ratios for all your cards. There are some lists that are like cutting like terraforming in this, and you play like a 3rd Chessie. But I just think that's like, I don't think that's like very good. Just because you just want to see like variety in your names between this and this. Like you'd rather see this and like one of these than like a Chessie and then one of these as well, to be honest. Because like this is like premier hand trap bait. And if you have this plus another one and you don't have a Bystial in hand, then you just like have to pass turn sometimes. But like if you see this and then one of them gets hand trapped, then like you're fine. Because a good chunk of times I'll like Chessie, even with Underground in hand, I'll like Chessie, and I'll still like try to draw 2. Because like the chance that draws me into a Bystial or something is like really high as well. Spell and other spells, that's the Gold Sark, Talons, and Called by the Grave. This is for siding pattern, and then like this is literally the 40th card. So it was either going to be on the side of the main, decided to put it in the main deck. The 3 traps, it's a normal. Shouldn't have to explain it at this point. Bystials, we maxed out on all 10 Bystials. These are like the best extenders your deck has to offer, and we are playing a card in the extra deck that like makes more value of this into the Ryziel matchups. So, I mean, yeah, these being the best extenders in the deck. Also, just the fact that they put themselves in bodies on board. Hand traps, if you didn't count these as hand traps, which they kind of technically are. 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 3 Impulse, and then 3 Tronus. I cut Valor from the deck. I just thought Valor was kind of like low value. It's like good with Nib and Tandem, same thing. But if you're playing into the Fiendsmith Ryziel deck, the Bystial does the exact same thing. Let's do side deck. One of the main things that I noticed from Orlando was that a lot of Maliss was being played. I figured more people would play more cards to beat Maliss. So I figured that in the side deck, people would start playing Lancia and Chaos Hunter just to combat Maliss exclusively. So that's why I went off of a crossout into Thrust. So I played 3 Thrust, and then the Thrust targets, and I mean Harpies being a Thrust target works out really well. Funny enough, in the last round I did lose to Chaos Hunter, which was my only loss. And so I don't think like I made the wrong call with this. You lose to cards like Chaos Hunter more than you lose to cards like Lancia, in all honesty. That's pretty much it. And then 3 Lancia. That was kind of a bad argument I just made just now, but I mean, I just still played Lancia. I think it's like you played this before Chaos Hunter still, but like I mean, Chaos Hunter also requires more resources. The fact that it puts itself as a body on board is also really good though, so I might take a look into that. And then 3 Phantasme. It's the same argument as last time. Puts itself on board, and then in the mirror, this is just like a god card. And then 3 Droll and Lockbird for Mitsurugi. For the extra deck, I played Link Decoder, Splash, Haggard, IP, SP. Like this is like pretty much the same as Orlando for the most part. Dark, the 3 Links, Firewall Dragon, Nightmare Griffin, Access Code Talker, Abao, AQ. And then for the 2 last cards, it's Ryziel Detonator being the Metal Tronus target, and then we played Goblin's Crazy Beast. This was a discovery made by like some Europeans, Jib Pack, like those guys. That it allows your Bystials to have value into pure Ryzeal and Fiendsmith Ryzeal both. If you haven't read this card, just read this card. Like, it's actually insane into Ryzeal, but it unfortunately poorly trades with Imperm. This being a Dark Fiend also came up. I only summoned this once. I didn't summon it by like its own summoning condition. I summoned it off of Metal Turnus to beat a Chaos Angel. So, Dark Fiend, yep.
Sweet, appreciate it.
Outside of that, that is all. I will be in El Salvador next. I started posting more on Twitter, so make sure to check out my Twitter.
What's the handle?
It's 80